Hi y'all, it's Nikki with Nikki's Crochet Nook. You've probably heard me say that like 4 times in this video because it's a bunch of little clips together. I apologize introducing myself. I guess I wanted to hear my name a lot. I don't know. I can't get my tablet to set up right, y'all. I'm trying to talk loud enough. If I'm yelling, I apologize. But I want to make sure y'all can hear me because my little microphone thingy, it broke it and I'm waiting on another one. Anyway. Hi! Welcome back. It's been forever and a day, and I'm sitting cockeyed. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna get it adjusted somehow. There we go. Hi! It's been 2-3 months since I filmed. Sorry about that. When all this world shutdown happened, I kind of got into the droopy loopies, and I didn't want to film, and I honestly stayed in bed for like 3 weeks straight, getting up long enough to go grab me a sweet tea and come back. I just didn't want to crochet. I didn't want a video. I didn't want to do anything. And I know that's horrible, but I'm sure a lot of people, because we didn't know what was going to happen, what was coming, and it was crazy. So I decided I'd come say hi. This is a combo video. I will be doing the snacks while you crochet. I will be doing finished objects. I will be doing whips, stash busting. Let me see your stash. Beauty. Sorry, y'all, had to get on my kitty cat. And anyway, so first things first, I will probably put the clips in of my stash at the very end of this video. And it's a lot. The one tote that I show you that I don't open or anything, and it's at home, that's literally what I thought I had, a scrap yarn, and come to find out I have way more. And then I have a bunch of skeins. I apologize for the jiggling. My kitty cats decided that, oh, Mom's filming, we gotta act a fool. They like to do that a lot. Anyway, so how have y'all been? Have y'all been enjoying yourselves? Everybody staying safe? Thank you to all the frontline workers, the fast food workers, the officers, the firefighters, nurses, doctors, hospital staff of any kind, doctor's office staff of any kind, groceries workers, cashiers, any of y'all working through this. Thank y'all so much. I'm an Uber driver. I did take a month off, but I am back at work now, so I'm just right along with y'all on that front line. We have several hundred cases here in my hometown, and so it's been a little uneasy coming back to work, because when I left work for the month, we only had like 12 cases, and now we have like the tops of like 1,500. So, and my understanding, we've made national news a couple of times for the amount of cases we have in our small town. We are a city, but we only have like 250,000 of us, and there's a lot of cases for that ratio of population. So, anyway, enough about that annoyance. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in heaven. I have one of each. I have my real mom that's still here, that I get to spend my time with every day. And I lost my adopted mom 10 years ago in August. And I miss her every day. Every once in a while you might hear me kind of talk ghetto or trashy or whatever. I don't care. I'm not worried about if you offended. This is my channel. I'm going to say what I want. I don't care. It's just how I am. Anyway, I miss her a lot. But Mother's Day is very special for me. If you can't tell, my kids always make sure my Mother's Day is awesome. This year's Mommy Day gift, I'm a coffee drinker. And I literally have probably 20 coffee cups. This year, my daughter's got me this one. This is what I tell my kids. This is our saying to each other. I love you to the moon and back. And then, best mom ever. And he just sits on my little nightstand so I can see him every night and brings a smile to my face every night. Okay. Now, where are we going? We are going to do finished objects. I do have one finished object that I don't have on hand because it already went to the baby that it was going to, who was born 4 days after I got it to his parents. It was the red, white, and burgundy, burgundy, cream, and navy colored baby blanket I was working on in my last video that I showed y'all. And then it was a Dallas Cowboys baseball hat, sweater, and booties. Daddy's a big Dallas Cowboys fan, so we had to make sure little man matched Daddy, so we did. And I'll share a picture and add on to this video. But my sweater, I don't think I had started it when I last filmed. I think I had talked about it, but I hadn't started it. This is a Cocoon Sweater, and I did it with the red heart ombre in teal, hot pink, and I think it's the violet. And then I just did this heather gray, and then the front is repeated the colors. These sweaters are, I love them. I love the corner-to-corner ones more because they're a lot thicker, but in Amarillo, we get cold in the winter, but I don't. Wintertime, I'm comfortable for the most part. Every once in a while, I'm like, ooh, it's cold. Most part, I'm not. So, this light of a sweater works for me in Amarillo, but it's just the granny square. And then I trimmed it out so that it would be long enough because I wanted it down below my bottom. I did see where someone had made one and they didn't like the way it fitted. You can stretch these. You can block them and pull them out. That's what I did with this. I literally got it sopping wet in good warm water. And then instead of hanging it sleeve to sleeve, I did the side to side, so the water then cooled it to where it stretched the body of it out, and now it fits me just perfect, and I love it. I don't have any pictures of me wearing it. I'll have to get some and put them on my Instagram, but I will do that. And then those are my finished objects. I haven't worked on anything else. I wanted to get this done. I was getting the baby blanket done and that done, so I did have some finished objects. I just haven't filmed in a while. So, of course, those didn't get shared right away. I know. I gotta get in the groove of things. And then, my wits. I have 3. I know I normally have 1. I am actually working on 3. I'm proud of myself. I am not a multi-whip person. I usually just do 1 whip at a time, and when I finish it, then I go on to the next. But I am liking the variety because I'm not having the same pattern over and over and over and over again, because I've noticed that I tend to want to put it down, especially when it's a larger pattern, which is my habit. I am not a big hat scarf person. I am blankets, amigurumis, that type of stuff is my deal. I want to make blankets, and it's my pastime. It's my hobby. So, this is the first one, and this is a scrap buster. This is for a woman that I call Ma. Ma. She was my babysitter growing up, and about 15-20 years ago, she got put in a wheelchair full-time. And then about 4 months ago, she got put into a nursing home full-time because she can no longer stand on her legs to lift herself up out of bed or to go to the bathroom and lift herself up off the toilet or that type of situation. And so she felt it was better and less stressful on the family that she not be at home. And it bugs me seeing her in the nursing home. But I figure if I give her a blanket that I have stitched, of course, every inch of my love into, then she will feel me with her at all times. So we're scrap busting and making a sentimental. This so far, I've been sharing pictures on Instagram, but this is it so far. And I've tried where it's variegated, yarns I've tried to match. Like, see, there's orange there, there's orange here, there's burgundy, there's blue, there's blue, and then there's a batch of hot pink down here, hot pink, to where they're together somewhat. And then at the end of the variegated, or the color work with the variegated, I either use a gray, a black, or a white to kind of break it up and go to the next set of colorings. And right now I have 5 balls this size. I want to say these are probably 200 to 300 gram balls. This has all been one ball, so I don't know, maybe 200. But that's the end of that one, and then I'll add this one. But I have 5 balls. They're all vibrant colored, and they go all the way through and mix up. And I'm gonna try to fit all those balls in here, but I may not, because she's not that tall, so she don't have need a whole lot to cover her up in the bed. But that's one of her things I'm making for her, and it won't be done by Mother's Day because I can't. I'd have to be mad demon and on probably 500,000 ounces of caffeine to finish it in a day and a half. Anyway, so the second whip that I'm currently working on, I don't know if y'all remember these. I bought this back in, I want to say November, December, and I had talked about I was going to cover it up. I got it at Walmart. It was $13, and it's a file box. But what I like about it is I have cats, and it's sealed. Like, they can't get into my yarn, they can't mess with it, they can't leave their odor, which cats don't if they're fixed, but when they rub on stuff with their glands, they do. So I don't like my yarn out in the open, because then it smells like kitty cats, and I don't like that smell. So this is a sunflower blanket. That's the center, and this is from, I think it's Pippa. Let me look. Anyway, it is from, yeah, Pippa Patterns. It's actually a sunflower rug. Can you see that? There you go. And as you saw, it had like the one round of petals, and so the middle part is like 34 rounds, and instead of the 34, I'm going to 28. And then I'm going to start the petals, because I'm going to make 3 sets of petals to put around, and then I'm going to add in a couple of petals for leaves, so that it looks like a big sunflower, and it's going to have the baby's name in the middle. And I'll let y'all know when I'm done with that. Them sunflower petals are going to take me a while, because you have to do each one separately, and I'm looking at about 60 of them suckers. So we'll see. But right now, it looks pretty good. Oh, that's the reason why I like this. See, it's got this little tray, and keep your some stitch markers in there, your hook, your pattern, maybe a tape measure, set of scissors. I think I already said that. Maybe a neck light or something. But then when you pick it up, you use the handle. And I was originally gonna cover it with fabric and put holes, and then I was like, no, that's too much, and I'm not sure how to do it, because I don't know how to sew, so putting something together like that, it's even more treacherous. And then the last one, I have shown so far 2 corner-to-corner sweaters on my channel that are the Wraparound Cardigans, like the one I just showed you of mine, but mine was made in a granny square. The corner-to-corners come out a lot longer. They usually hit right around the knee for a 2X size, and they're thicker. So I like those much more, just because they're more like an Afghan, and you could probably actually wear it like a robe around the house if you wanted to. But I'm working on my last one, which is for my mom's youngest sister, my Aunt Lori, and it has my scissors and my carpal tunnel gloves in there, in that one, and then my hook has been in here. And this is, it'll have a pattern on it too. But right now it's this gray. The pattern's going to be, I call her the Betsy cow. I don't know why. That's what I've always called that picture that you see of the black and white cow, or the jersey, or the sorry, my granddaddy was a cattle rancher, so I kind of know cows. The Jersey cows, or the red cows, for those that don't know. Those are called jerseys. And it's with a big floppy hat. Ooh, sorry y'all, out of frame. And then it's got flowers like around the bottom of it, and that's going to be on the back of the sweater because my Aunt Lori loves cows, and the big floppy hat's in dedication to their mother, because when she gardened, she always had a big floppy sun hat on. So my mom wears it, my aunts wear them. You can definitely tell they're all one family. Anyway, so that's my current whips and my finished objects. Next would be, well, I guess you could say this is a finished object. The dollar store carries peppermints, and these are the real soft. Like, put them in your mouth, 20-30 seconds, they dissolve. You don't have to chew it or anything, it just dissolves in your mouth, and they're so yummy. And I eat these like water. Because when I drive Uber at night, I'm a smoker. So I can't smoke in my car. So when I drive for Uber, I need to, you know, keep my mouth busy. And that way it's a refreshing flavor, refreshing taste, and so I don't want a cigarette as bad. And it has helped immensely. I'm still working on the quitting smoking, okay? I'll get there. Anyway, so this is one of these, and I took a bandana, and I kind of haphazardly wrapped it up around. Let's see all this cat hair. There's the kitties. Did it like this, and I added a ribbon at the bottom because the bandana's kind of off shape for it round, and the bandana is too square. So I would definitely recommend a different fabric, or even just a piece of scrap fabric. I'm sorry, y'all, it's got fur all over it. I have a very bushy white cat that thinks her hair has to be on everything. Anyway, so I pop the lid off, and I put a ball in there, and it's my little ball bowl. And I haven't done the second one just because I haven't gone to look at quarters. I've avoided Walmart like the Black Plague. Ha! Because our Walmart, I don't know if this is with anybody else, but our Walmart has been packed full. All the time, non-stop, out of stock of everything. So I don't go there. I'll go to the dollar store. But dollar store don't sell fabric. So I will get that probably covered in the next month or two. It's just, you know, one of my little throw together projects. I have a son that made me, if y'all watch Kim Knits, she has a thing that's PVC pipe. It's got bars on the end. I think No Catchy Name might have one. It's called the Nitty Naughty. I now have one. My son made for me. And I'm waiting to use it to I have some skeins of yarn that I'm guessing from me smoking in the room with them, they have a funky smell. Because it don't smell like pets. It smells like stale something. Anyway, I'm going to wind it on the Nitty Naughty, and I'm going to give them a vinegar wash to clean them. They're acrylic yarns, so I think they'll be okay, but I figured the Nitty Naughty would work the best, and my son made me one really quick. It took him like 2 days to get back to me with it. It was awesome. So, acquisitions. Due to quarantine, now this month I'm starting back up, but I didn't get the April box, or is it May? No, it's April's box. I'll get May's, I think. Anyway, I had to, Leighter allows you to skip a payment, skip a month on your subscription. So I did last month because I wasn't working and I just didn't have the money to cover it. So I will have one less month to do my shawl with. Woohoo! Did you see the pretty pink pepper? So, yeah, this was April's. I won't get May's. That's what it is. So, this was April Leighter Company. And as you can see, it's pink and purple and pale blues and greens. And it says April Showers. It is 100% Superwash Merino Sport. 328 yards, 100 grams. And then for the stitch marker, well, darn it, I had it straight. It's a pretty, would you stop? It's a rainbow charm. And then, of course, our hooks are Clover and More heads on them. And this month, oh, this thing is so gorgeous. That's my hook this month. Do you see them colors? Them colors, purple, blue, dark blue, and a gold color. And this is an E-hook. And I love it. It's so pretty. I believe it's her husband that makes these hooks, and they're just gorgeous. And they started giving us these little booklets that come with our patterns in them for the month. And then this is all the different things you can get in your boxes. They now, I think they offer like 30 different or 20 different subscription plans, like just the yarn, just the hooks, just the charms, like different types of hooks, different types of yarns. If you're allergic to wool, you can get something else, which I've always had a reaction to wool, but since I've been getting lighter, I haven't. Like, none of this wool feels itchy to me. It don't feel like my hands are getting irritated. And of course, I haven't worked with it for a long time, but I'm really hoping I can make that shawl and actually be able to wear it. I just know that I've had reaction in the past to wool. And it may just be the old school wool that, you know, made everybody itch. And they do it differently now, so it don't itch so bad. I don't know. But that was my leader box, ladder box for April. And then, of course, I won't get May's, but I just had to because I wasn't working. I took a month off in March. Right now, my city is one of the hot spots in the United States. Sorry, y'all. I keep touching my face, but I'm staying at home, so I'm good. It's one of the hot spots in America right now, and it's very concerning. We only have like 250,000 people. The count is 2 counties. And for that 2 counties, we probably have total 315,000 people. And we have over 1,500 cases right now. So, we have a special task force here from the U.S. Vice President to handle the outbreak here. So, we'll see. Anyway, what else? So, my stash busting, I had mentioned it in January, and then I kept putting it off. And then Cinnamon Stitches is like, let me see your stash. And I'm like, you don't want to see mine. It's horrendous. I have a lot. And I realized how much I had and how much I needed to deplete. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I want to get to where I'm down to just my cabinet at home having yarn in it. And I might keep like one under the bed tote with a skein of red, green, blue, yellow. You know, to where I always have a primary color, but that's it. Just in case. Because all of my skeins of those are pretty large skeins. They're not little. So I may do that. But my biggest thing is to get rid of all that that's in storage so that I don't have excess mess in storage. And yarn's not messy. it's a hobby, but I also don't want to have so much yarn around that there's a ton to donate if something was to ever happen to me. I just wanted my family to be able to clean me out as quickly as possible. It's just the way I think after having grandparents, and they were Depression era and hung on to everything, because they did. They hung on to plastic sacks and wrapped photo albums in plastic bags and all kinds of stuff, and it's taken us years to go through stuff, and I just don't want that type of headache for my kids. Anyway, been on a depression note. Sorry, I've had a really down time with all this, and in the last couple of weeks I've had some really bad down days, so I'm just ready for everything to get back to typical norm. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope everyone has a happy and blessed Mother's Day. Any of y'all that are out there on the front lines, thank you. We appreciate you. And don't let anyone ever tell you that you're not a worthy employee because you work fast food, or you push carts at the grocery store, or you're a cashier at the local convenience store, because all those have been open and those have been the only thing open. Or because you're a server or a bartender. Like, obviously every job is needed, and if it wasn't for certain jobs, nobody would be functioning right now. So be thankful. Biggest shout out is to the truckers that put it out there, that bust their butts day in and day out, year round. Breakout, doesn't matter, they're still shipping, they're still moving, they're still getting the products where they gotta go. They travel a lot of miles for that reason. Sorry, y'all, keep looking down. And there just a lot of thank you. Thank you to our servicemen and women who are out here helping with the National Guard and keeping things calm and where they need to be. We've had some recent other uproars in the United States, and I just hope one day we realize that this world is not that small, and we are all one race. That's the human race. Our skin color is only skin deep. Like, we all have red blood cells, white blood cells, excuse my cat's tail. We all have hair and blonde, brown, heck, some of them have yellow, some dye it blue or green. Like, we are each individual person, but we still are all one part of a huge community. And that community is not limited to South, North, East, West, India, America, Mexico. It doesn't matter. We're all a part of it. Oh yeah, I forgot my snacks. Sorry. Most of the time, I don't snack while crocheting just because I don't want to get food residue on my stuff. I like my projects to be clean and stay clean, but if I do decide to snack, it is sometimes a bag of Doritos, sometimes cucumbers with lemon juice on them, sometimes these fudgy walnut brownies. Every night I drink a quart of milk. I sit out on the side of the road waiting for rides, and I crochet there. If I'm not drinking milk, it's either sweet tea or water in my cup that Cindy got me. But for the most part, I'm not a snacker. I try not to be, because I'm a big girl and I'm trying to pack off. That way, and you go find somebody else to hang on to. You know, somebody skinny me can't stay warm. Go to them. Leave me alone. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to the crew that chats every day on Last Minute Laura. Since we've been in lockdown, she's been doing afternoon episodes. We did a make-along of the shawl a couple of weeks ago, or last week I think we finished it, and then she's done embroidery on there. It's just a little bit more activity. Sadie Spincraft, she's been doing live spin shows, I think Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on Facebook. Go over there and join her on Facebook. It's awesome. It's several of us that are all in a big part of one community. But most of all, thank you to my friends and family for always being supportive and helping me out. And for all my lovely yarny sisters and brothers, y'all keep on hooking, darlings. See you next time.
Hi, y'all. Okay, here's my stash. Turn my fan off so that's not all you're hearing. This is a drawer full of ribbons. This has my neck warmer and the skeins I've gotten from Leighter. This is a ball of fuzzy stuff that I picked up. That goes back in there because it's in the way. This is pattern books. Those are mostly my patterns. This is my stash for charm making. And I use these to make my corner to corner patterns with. This is all hooks and cases and stuff. This is some more yarn scraps and the yarn that Carrie Penny sent me. And these right here and right here, that pink, they're going into a blanket for my granddaughter. This drawer down here is all pattern books. And then I've got this tub of scrap balls. This is one of 3 or 4 that I have. And you see there's a whole bunch of knitting needles. I was ready for knitting, I just wasn't ready for knitting. That box was given to me by my daughters. It has all my here in Texas we do mums. Not a lot of people do those, and that's a part of it. That has all of that in it, which I won't be doing anymore because my son graduates. And this is that big silver box. Those are my grandmother's patterns that were given to me. Sorry, y'all, I'm all out of breath. And they stay down there where they're safe and secured. And then all of this yarn in here is all for projects that I have planned. And then I have one more tote, and this is all cotton. Y'all didn't see my mess on the floor because I haven't cleaned. That is all dishcloth, cotton. And you'll see in my other little video that I have a whole huge tote full of that stuff. And I think it is from when I was gonna make octopus for newborn babies. There's my stash. And like I said, there's 2 other videos, small little clips of the rest of my stash, and I'll include those here in just a second.
Quarantine going on. I wanted to show y'all some of my stash. All of these totes, you can't really see. It's really dark in my storage unit. But I have this tote of yarn, this tote of yarn, that tote of yarn, that tote of scrap yarn, that tote of yarn, that tote of yarn, This is a current project I'm working on. There is, right there is all cotton yarn. I don't know how I ended up with that whole trunk cotton yarn. This chunk you see right here, this gray one, is full of scrap skeins. Then I have that bag of yarn, that bag of yarn, that bag of yarn. There's this tub of yarn, this tub of yarn, and this tub of yarn. And I have one at the house I'll show y'all in another video, but yeah, I have a lot. This one has like baby yarn in it, little bitty baby skeins, little bitty thread, and I might make some preemie blankets with it and send them up to the hospital. But yeah, that's my stash. Part of it. I have some at the house too, but I wanted to show y'all, and we will get there. On storage, my bad. I have this, I got it from Wish. It's supposed to be the thick that you make the big knit blankets out of, but I kind of want to twist it tighter, make it into a hank. Then I have this tote and this tote.